Hi, this is Joe McNally for Adorama TV, and today we're going to talk about going minimalist on the streets of Brooklyn.
Adorama TV presents Photo on the Go with Joe McNally, where you'll go behind the scenes to see how great photos are made.
Hi, this is Joe McNally for Adorama TV. The reason I go to Adorama, it's a real store with real people, and I've got friends and associates there who have guided me through all my camera purchases for years. So we're out on the streets of Brooklyn with this amazing friend of our studio, Jonathan, who's a parkour guy. He's so athletic, he's trained as a dancer, he can jump off of walls and stuff like that, which is what he's doing. You can see that picture in the background. I saw that yellow wall and I was like, wow, let's use this color, okay? I said, Jonathan, can you do something with that wall? He was like, yeah, sure. I mean, that's the amazing thing about working with people who are gifted like this. And I also needed to pop him a little bit. I wanted to kind of accentuate him. We were on the street with, again, one of our favorite pieces of equipment, the Shoreline paint pole, Casey pole adapter, Justin clamp, and one flash, okay? No light shaper, no dome diffuser, zoomed right down to 200 millimeters, so it's a tight splash of light. And I'm trying to work off axis with him. So in other words, the light is kind of, maybe, I'd say 20 to 30 feet to camera right. And I have him run up the wall and kind of look back at the light. And I'm trying to match the quality of the light that exists, which is hard daylight, with a hard flash, from the SB 910 that we were using on the streets that day. And I have no gels on that light because the light coming from the sun at that point in the day, still pretty neutral. So I let my light be neutral as well in terms of color balance. Okay, so let's take a look. It really is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, okay? My camera angle is looking at this wall that's right here, okay? Jonathan comes from this direction and he goes up and he sprints and he jumps up onto the wall right up in here, okay? And he's just an amazing guy, and I can't even begin to draw him well, but he's 5-6 feet up on the wall. So my camera angle, again, is a little low to accentuate his athletic ability. Camera's down in here, okay? Thankfully, okay, you'll see in the background a shadow of a light pole, okay? The shadow is running on the wall, kind of up and down the wall right there. It's obviously coming from the light pole that really exists right here, okay? And that's where my light is coming from. So I have our one of our great guys in the studio, Callie, okay, with the paint pole and the flash on the end of the paint pole, okay, right in here. And Callie is standing here, okay, right in here. And the reason he's standing there is that he is fitting inside the shadow of that pole. Because if I had him standing next to me or any place around here, okay, what's going to happen? The sunlight's going to throw his shadow right to the wall. It's a dead giveaway, okay? There's my equipment, the shadow of it right on the wall. So you have to be careful of that. But there's another thing to be careful of. Let me just talk about this for a second. I don't work this way too often. I usually try to match the direction of my flash with the direction of the existing light. It's, generally speaking, a good way to go. When you go off axis like this, what did I risk? Multiple shadows. There's only one light in nature, right? And that sunlight is so strong, it's casting a dark shadow right below Jonathan, right in here, okay? So his shadow is coming down off the wall and is very, very dark and exact, in his shape right here because the sunlight's so strong. This light, my SB, obviously not as bright as the sun, is coming this way, so there's a faint shadow of Jonathan on the wall. I don't know, I usually don't like that, but in this case I thought I'd risk it because the yellow of the wall and his athleticism, I thought, let's just go ahead and do this. And it turns out, I kind of like the picture, even though it's something to be aware of, when you put another light out there, that it oftentimes is good policy to put it in the exact direction of the existing sunlight. That way you get, hopefully, a relatively, similar shadow from your artificial light with the daylight. In this instance, I kind of went against that. I broke that rule, but hey, that's the rule of location, really, break rules. Okay, a couple of things you need to do this picture, or advisable things, okay? One is something we use all the time, an SD9 battery pack. It's got 8 AA batteries in it. When I need a full-blown pop of light like this to match strong sunlight, This is a very handy item, okay? It gives you better recycle time and just extends your working life in the field, makes the flash more efficient. The other thing, which is very advisable to have, is Callie, okay? Great guy here in the studio, very talented young photographer. As you can see, he's also skinny enough to fit inside the shadow of a light pole. Okay, so, give us a call. He's a rentable item. All right, in closing, this is Joe McNally for Adorama TV, and we're talking about working really light and fast with minimal equipment on the streets of Brooklyn.
For all the latest photography, video, and computer gear, visit Adorama.com. Place your order by 8 p.m. and it ships the same day. Plus, next time you're in New York City, be sure to visit our store located on 18th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue.